Intention of the product. Let's introduce the Surevestor founding team.
Dave Holt, Todd Breen, and Kevin Knight. They are longtime property managers with nearly 100 years of combined property management experience between the three of them. To round out the team is Terry Shear.
Terry is the creator of the Landlord Protection product, which has been successfully used by property managers in Australia since the early 1990s and still sells under her name today. So what is Landlord Protection Insurance? The main features of the product includes coverage for loss of rent due to eviction, skips, victims of violence, murder, suicide,
Or even the natural death of a sole tenant.
malicious damage caused by tenants, and cover for fees associated with an eviction including legal defense. How to discuss landlord protection insurance with your clients. PMs typically are not licensed in insurance. Let's go over what the PM can and cannot say when talking with landlords about this insurance coverage. The PM must not use words like "we recommend," "we advise," "you must," and "we insist" that you buy this policy. The PM must not claim to be an agent of Surevestor or Lloyd's of London. The PM must not advise the landlord as to which level of coverage is the one they should take. The PM must not advise the landlord that this is the only insurance they need, but they can say that the landlord may want to consider obtaining specific landlord protection insurance in addition to their current dwelling policy the landlord already has in place. The PM must not offer to arrange the insurance on the landlord's behalf. Instead, the PM can offer to put in a request for coverage. The PM must not claim to have undertaken a training course in the product that makes them qualified. The PM must not purport to be an expert on landlord insurance. Now, let's go over what a property manager can say. The PM can suggest the landlord check out the Surevestor website. The PM can provide a brochure on the product. The PM can talk about the features of the policy, such as what risks it covers, since talking about the facts of what the policy covers is simply sharing your knowledge of the product and is not giving advice. The PM can point out the three coverage options. The PM can mention the deductibles, which apply for malicious damage and theft-related claims. The PM can share the premium cost for the three levels of coverage, since they are public knowledge and listed on the website. The PM can offer to put in a request for coverage on behalf of the landlord. The PM can suggest the landlord consider protecting themselves by having landlord insurance. Here are some important policy specifics you need to know as a property manager. The policy is only available to landlords who use a property managing agent and have signed an agreement in place for that agent to fully manage the property. The best time to arrange the insurance for a new landlord is as soon as you sign them as a client.
With that said, many of your current landlords will want this insurance, so make them aware of this opportunity to protect themselves as well. Using the opt-in, opt-out form available on our website is an ideal way to uphold your duty of care, and it provides proof that you offered him or her the opportunity.
If the landlord decides not to protect themselves, then be sure to have them sign the opt-out form as proof that you offered him or her the opportunity. This protects you in case they have a loss later on and thought they had asked you for insurance. The qualifying period on an occupied rental is 2 consecutive months, meaning the tenant must have paid their rent in full and on time for the past 2 consecutive months in order for a landlord to qualify for this coverage. If there is already a tenant in their property and they are delinquent in their rent payment, then it's too late to insure that loss. You can request coverage, but until that tenant pays their rent by the due date for 2 consecutive months, there won't be any rent loss coverage under the policy. This is called the qualifying period. Insurance does not replace your duty of care to the landlord. It is imperative that if a tenant becomes delinquent or damages the property, you do everything in your power to minimize the loss, otherwise your claim could be reduced or denied. Finally, the best way to understand the policy is to read the wording yourself and read the key facts we put together and encourage your landlord to do the same. We have an online training guide for property managers that may also help you to understand the product and the process. What is the right level of coverage for your owner? What's really special about this insurance is that the rules are easy to follow and the pricing structure is really flat. It's basically the same price for everyone across the states, with the exception being whatever state taxes and fees apply. Here are the 3 levels of coverage available.
Shear Essential, $315 per year plus tax, only available for rents between $1,000 and $2,000. Shear Premier, $355 per year plus tax, available for rents between $1,000 and $2,000. $100 extra premium applies for monthly rents between $2,000 and $3,000. Shear Ultimate, $395 per year plus tax, available for rents between $1,000 and $2,000. $100 extra premium applies for monthly rents between $2,000 and $3,000.
Tell your clients to visit the Pick a Plan page on our website to learn about the levels of coverage available. Viewers may hover over the question mark beside each coverage item for more information. Deciding which level of coverage to take depends on some key factors.
Depending on the risk of tolerance of the landlord must decide the right level of coverage that gives them peace of mind.
Landlords purchasing inadequate coverage could find themselves in a situation where the weeks of coverage and/or dollar amount of coverage is not enough to cover their actual expenses. Consequently, they would pay a part of the loss. States differ in the amount of time the eviction process will take. If you're in a state with a longer average eviction time, informing your landlord clients of this average number of weeks to evict will assist them in selecting the proper level of coverage. The average length of time for probate in your state is another concern. Loss of rent due to murder or suicide can result in a lengthy probate period before the property can be made ready and leased again. If they own a condominium, you know that the association dues paid includes insurance coverage for the building exterior. The landlord is generally responsible for the damage done to the interior of your unit.
Our policy covers the interior for fire or explosion, including arson by the tenant, as well as malicious damage inside the unit caused by the tenant. It also covers water damage inside the unit, such as a pipe burst or toilet overflow.
Storm or flooding damage, however, is not covered. Depending on the value of contents and size of the unit, the dollar amount of coverage for each level should help you decide which level is right for you. The claims process. When the time comes for submitting a claim, go to our website at surevestor.com, fill out the online claims form, and send it to our independent claims authority, National General, appointed by Lloyd's of London. In most PM agreements, the PM charges their landlord client for the time involved in dealing with insurance claims. With our sheer landlord protection product, the underwriters will pay $100 on behalf of the landlord to cover the property manager for their role in uploading and submitting the claim form, along with all required paperwork if the claim was accepted and paid. We have provided a claims training manual for your reference and recommend you refer to the key facts about the policy before selecting coverage and before placing a claim. If you have a malicious damage claim, you should call the number on the claim form and speak with a claims officer. The claims officer can save time and potential disappointment by guiding the process for these claims. They may want it reported to the police, or they may want to send a loss adjuster. If you have a malicious damage claim, read the key facts about these claims before you make a call. If you just send in a claim with invoices for thousands of dollars of repair works without following the policy guidelines, the claim may be denied. Thank you for watching this training. Please make sure every property manager at your firm now and in the future takes the time to watch this training as well. Okay, you're now ready to get set up on our software platform. Visit the website listed here, and within approximately 24 hours, you will receive a link and a unique password that gives you access to your portal, where you'll find the request for cover forms and an online training manual designed exclusively for you as a PM client of Surevestor.